Greetings, everyone. Lord Tyron Joe here with the BZNZ Internet Talk Radio. And on this day, I decided to work behind the scenes. I know you see that t-shirt. And I called up good buddy Mr. Danger. We actually had spoke the day before. Was just talking about going down, getting some sound bites from the people, hearing what the people had to say regarding their experience at Indiana Black Expo. But before we do, I need to draw y'all attention to something. Let's see, my man Danger's outfit, y'all. Let's see what these pants. What's that? Burnt orange with the we're gonna just let it keep rolling. With the shiny. We got to get him down there with the shiny shoes. Ooh wait, I don't know if you guys even caught it. Let's see if we can go back. Let's take it back just a little bit. Yeah, let's take it back just. Yeah, y'all see the shoes. Y'all see them shoes. Hold on, we go back a little bit more. Hold on. Y'all see them shoes, the golden slippers that Dorothy once wore. All right, okay. All right, I'll leave you alone. I'll leave you alone. So, anywho, me and your boy Danger, we went on ahead and moseyed ourselves on down to the Indiana Convention Center for the Indiana Black Expo Summer Celebration 2026 for the finale, which is when they have the gospel concert. And I must say, I did enjoy speaking to the people, being out there on the grounds, talking to the people. Shout out to this young lady right here. Her interview did not air because the sound. And that's the Oil Palace. Yeah, that's the Oil Palace is where she is her business. She's located off of Lafayette Road, and she's also in Castleton. Just look up Oil Palace. Also, shout out to my guy Mike Seasoning from Mississippi. Mike. If it ain't Mike's, it ain't right, y'all. Check him out.
He said them the best seasons in the world, y'all. Mike Seasoning, put that on a steak. Put that on the steak.
If it's not Mike, it's not right.
He said if it ain't Mike, it ain't right.
Not Mike, it's not right.
So
All right.
where are you based at? Oh, well, that's quality good. Everybody know the best cooks come from Mississippi.
You say he from where?
Mississippi.
Oh, Mississippi. Oh, okay. He from the Silk.
Man, shout out to this young lady, Love Mercy Beyond LLC. She did an interview with Danger. Her and her sister is one of the counselors, because I think it's a counseling service. And shout out to Danger. Danger did a great job of hosting these interviews, and this was her first time, so we're going to go ahead and let this interview roll.
This is Danger, and I'm asking the young lady here who's a vendor for Indiana Black Expo. I want to ask her what
Love,
is
mercy,
about
and beyond.
the event that she's had today with Expo. I mean this year with Expo.
Hi, I'm Carolyn Howard, and I am the founder of Love, Mercy, and Beyond. This is actually our first year at the Black Expo, and then our experience has been magnificent. With all the love and the sharing and the caring that has been going on here, the different vendors that are here that have come together has been amazing. So it's been an amazing experience.
Yeah, all right. So your traffic has been real good.
Yes.
You're
have
loving
good
the traffic.
Yes.
Can't wait to get back next year.
I'm going to be here next year.
Okay. All right. Well, this is Miss
I'm Carolyn Howard.
Miss Carolyn Howard.
Yes.
And
I'm Kyle Harris. I'm her sister.
sister
Yes,
Yes.
Kyle Harris.
Kyla Harris.
Kyle.
Kyle
Yes, like a boy.
Harris. And as you can see, Danger has messed it up again. Can't get the names right.
That's okay.
But so far, they're saying that they had a fantastic time with Expo this year. And they're going to be here next year, where Danger's going to get a whole lot of this paraphernalia. So you guys stay tuned.
And this is about the most gospel music I'll probably be playing. I might play a little something more, but due to copyright music copyright laws, I don't want to get dinged by YouTube. But I will tell you, the music, the sound was amazing. In here, it was good. It was fun. Something that you might be interested in coming to next year. Absolutely. Some of you might just be interested in coming to next year. But look at this, y'all. I walked up on this, and I don't know what's going on here, but it looked like Faison Love is wrestling Cat Williams. But anyway, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and air this video, and we also gonna let all the interviews roll, and we want to get your opinion, feedback. Please write it in the chat, and we'll probably be going live at some point to talk about it. Peace, be blessed.
What do you think about Expo this year as compared to the past years?
Well, one problem we had is standing in line to get in the expo.
Oh man,
For the concert.
for the concerts.
Friday night.
Was it bad?
Yeah, it was hard.
Yeah, I heard they said you guys stood like 2 hours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was 2
Yeah.
hours getting in the concert?
Yeah.
The free concert?
free concert.
Yeah, because it was
And the
supposed
thing that's interesting, and I'm not prejudiced, but if you went to a game, even if it was an outside baseball game, they still let you go in. They don't make you wait 2 hours out there
Just
till
to
they
get
say
in.
it's okay that lightning didn't come.
Right.
Now that's
Was
the
it
thing.
was it because of the rain or was it just
It was because of the rain, and they
was
said
it
they
just
had
a
to
bad organization?
a poor organization because what they said is that they had to wait to get clearance in order to let people in. But I go to football games and Reds games, and they let you in. Even if it rains, it ain't raining on the stars; it's raining on us, the patrons.
Well, I know that. I know
to
the.
pay.
And the thing about it, you had people like me, and I'm gray haired. You had other people who are walkers, people who were in
falling out.
wheelchairs,
Really?
and people are standing, and people standing in that sun.
Okay, then with the people falling out, did it take a long time for first aid to get to
No,
them? or
no,
was it like
they
2 or
were
3
handled.
minutes?
They were
They
handled.
prepared for that.
They were there?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just sickening that they do. I've never seen it done in any other venue in all my life, and I'm 68
Oh, you
years
still a
old.
young girl.
No, no.
Okay.
Don't look
Okay,
nothing
now-
like it either.
Okay,
Well, I
now,
thank you, but it's
okay,
a
now
disgrace.
what side of town and what city are you from?
Cincinnati, Ohio.
Oh, they
Oh,
came
man.
from
I didn't
Cincinnati.
Well, I ain't gonna brag on myself, but back in the day, I was with the Increase Show. I did a little bit of Delta Blues.
Really?
Played a couple of sets with Mr. Riley, aka BB King. Yeah. We used to come out there and show out all the time.
Okay.
Cincinnati Jazz
It's a
Fest.
pleasure.
Yeah.
It's
That's
a
next weekend.
This weekend coming up.
Next weekend coming up?
This
The
weekend
Jazz, the
coming up.
Cincinnati Jazz
So,
Fest.
are you
Okay,
guys- are
I'm
you
gonna have to go
guys-
visit y'all one time.
Are you guys planning on coming back
I
in
don't
case
know
they have it?
about
'Cause,
Friday. Cause
uh,
see that the last time I was up here for Friday, we didn't have that.
Yeah.
We just went on through, and the thing is that we bought tickets in Cincinnati online, so they didn't. You have to get with everybody else to get in, and it seems like if you purchased the tickets and you had them, should have been one side in, and
tickets
people
to a
who
free
didn't.
concert?
No,
not
we
free
paid
anymore.
$25.
I told you
They've
that.
been charging a
What?
lot.
Told you that concert ain't free no
I don't
more.
mind paying. That's not the issue. The issue is how poorly it was organized.
Oh, okay.
That's
You gotta pay to get in there now.
Yeah.
Okay, this is Danger, and I'm talking to people from Cincinnati, Ohio, home of the Cincinnati Jazz Festival.
That's right.
Throw that in. And they're saying, bits and pieces that it was okay, but could have been better. Don't y'all forget
poorly
that.
Organized. The Friday concert was poorly organized. It was disrespectful, as a matter of fact.
Ooh, oh man.
We got to find out.
And because you just don't do old folk like that.
Right,
Old folk,
right.
walkers standing in that hot sun, and you know it was 90 degrees out there.
Yeah.
But y'all know.
Maybe they should have brought y'all some cold waters. They should have brought y'all some cold waters or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, let me give you something for your troubles. You know what I'm saying?
All right. It was nice talking
All right,
to
man.
you,
It was
my
good talking
All
to
right.
you.
Good talking to you.
Uh-oh.
Look like it, you're going.
Good seeing you.
Good talking to you, my brother.
Hey, take care.
All right. Take
Hope
care.
to see you at the festival.
All right.
I'd like to know what y'all think about Expo this year as years past.
Well, the thing I think is that we got to remember this is our community event, so we got to make it happen. There's a lot of stuff that's going on, but we got to work it from both sides because there are people that never wanted us to have this, and if we release it, it'll be really hard to get it back. So I think the community needs to come together and do what we have to do to maintain the institution.
But then I also think that the institution has to now have some serious town hall meetings to really see exactly what it is. We go back to the mission, the vision of what Expo was really initially supposed to be.
Dr. Williams.
Yeah, it wasn't just about the whole entertainment piece, which kind of added value, but the actual value was the education and the empowerment and economic development for our culture, for for African Americans. That really was the whole
The meat and potatoes.
the meat and potatoes of this, that
yeah.
it brought education to helping us better our businesses and expand them. It was a place to actually expose our businesses and make sure that people were able to find out about them. And I think we anytime you move from the main thing and allow something else to intrude into what it was really supposed to be, I think you run the danger of kind of being in a space that you lose your identity.
Okay, so basically they need to go back to the foundation to get it back where it should be, right?
Well, I think part of the challenge is this was an organization that was built big, brick by brick.
Right.
Internally. And then there are people now that don't understand why that brick was there.
Right.
So it makes them very hard for them to maintain it, and then they're not trusting the people that work there.
Okay. I remember my good friend of mine, I call him Skinny Legs, but he was Glenn Howard.
Yeah.
He used to wear them short, little little league like that.
Uh-huh.
He used to tell me all the time that that him and Charles were working on something to make the city shine.
Yeah.
So
Which they did.
from what I'm getting from a couple of people that came here from Cleveland, I was just talking to, they were saying that the organization structure for the free concert was bad. Said they had a lot of people of seasoned age that was out there standing like 2 and 3 hours to get to the concert. I don't know about that because I was on the other end somewhere.
Yeah, that's not something we do. We don't really go to the concert, so we can't really speak to that. But I do know, like he said, that I believe we got to fight for it, and I think that instead of us having these feeling how we're feeling, let's really come to the table and talk about, how can we expand it? How do we make it better? How do we grow it back to where it was?
So expos should go back to the community and ask them what do they need to have more town hall meetings so they can put the cake together.
Yeah,
Correct?
just like what the governor does or the mayor does when he's trying to get a pulse on how to better serve and how to really hit his constituents where they are and be able to get them to a place where they will continue to want him to be. I'm talking about mayors and governors. They have town hall meetings and they do that because they want to hear the pulse. They want to make sure I'm meeting the needs and I'm doing what it is that you all want me to do.
And you have to do that without offense.
Without offense.
Without offense.
Oh,
Like
okay,
just
okay.
hear what the people are saying, take the information back, and distill it into what could be a workable plan.
Okay, now you just mentioned something that hit me in the kneecaps.
Okay.
Okay, the governor, after receiving his award, I'm gonna close my eyes now.
Close them.
He went back to the office.
He sure did.
And signed the law that chopped everything down.
Absolutely.
That made that award obsolete.
And I'll go on record by saying I think he did it purposeful. I think it was petty. I think it was intentional. And I think that we need to understand he said what he said.
Yeah.
And understand he said what he said. And stop acting like he didn't say what he said. And I think we have a tendency of just kind of, our dollars bring significant bottom lines to a lot of what's happening here downtown. Okay. And I think we have to make a decision.
Well, the bottom line there is if black people voted in the block we should, then we'd make people more accountable.
Right.
I just don't understand at all with how many people had to die to give us the right to vote, how a black person does it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And if we voted in the block that we should, people like that we consider different before they do stuff to us. But because so many of us don't vote,
or he wouldn't be there.
We feel like it's no consequence. They feel like it's no consequence because what they gonna do?
Okay.
And what we did, nothing.
Well, I think a lot of it was because a lot of us darker people didn't want a woman president, so they went on the ticket. And we got what we got.
Yeah, I think that's a bigger issue. But I think when we talk about the governor, I think that it is what he said. There's no consequences to what and he knows it. What y'all gonna do?
Because people really know as a people, we'll get riled up for a minute and then we let it down. So whenever they do whatever they do to us, they know all we gotta do is weather this minute. It'll go.
And I will say this: I do think that Expo, you knew who he was when he came to the table, so I don't know why we would have done it in the first place. Yeah. It wasn't like we didn't know who he was, so we had that because what? And I think that he told us what he thought about us.
So Expo really should reconsider this deal of giving those politicians awards that they really don't deserve, considering that this is Black Expo.
Well, at least know whether they're an ally or not before you give them.
No, okay. All right, Dr. Green, appreciate you. Appreciate you, young lady.
All right, appreciate you
guys.
Absolutely.
What do they think about Expo this year as opposed to the years past? Especially giving the governor the award that he went in the next day and destroyed what Expo is supposed to be standing for. What do you think about that?
I think, with Expo, if you look at our mission, when we think about what we do and the reason why we do to advance African American, culturally, economically, and educationally, the thing is for us, no matter what barriers we face, we don't always keep pushing through. No matter what no's we may get or what matter, no matter who may say, we're going to cut through from
stick with the mission.
Stick with the mission no matter what. And I'm a firm believer in my belief in Christ and know that he's going to make a way no matter what. And he's going to always direct our path no matter what barriers we face.
Well, I'm going to have to give you kudos on that, believers in Christ. I'm with you on that. But going back a few years, because I'm still 17, I was going way in. So, but it looks to me from where I'm sitting at is that they've deviated from where Charlie and Howard started. Looks like they've deviated a little bit. Is the marketing team really stressing the foundation, or is they just trying to figure out a way to get corporate dollars?
No, I think again it's different times when Reverend Charles Williams was leading to where we are today. I think it's different times, and it's not right to kind of compare what was done in the past to what should still be continuing to be done based off what they did. I think we got to leadership currently now. I think we just have to figure out a way to continue the mission, but also continue to keep the legacy alive, but reinvent the wheel and develop new strategies on keeping IBE still standing for 55 more years.
Okay, now I'm gonna put you on a hot stick. This right here, I get you in trouble. Do you think the board of directors for Expo is listening to the new incoming ideas, or are they still trying to hold back to what they were doing?
The board is listening. Everybody's listening.
But the numbers are dropping.
Is listening. The numbers are dropping. It could be just a real reflection that people have a lot more options in the community now. There's a lot of things going on during our week at Expo, which is great. Everybody should have options. But also too, when you think about sponsorship dollars and donation dollars and grant dollars, those things have probably seen a decrease due to the political climate we may be in. But I just think that we just got to figure out how to galvanize the community and get more of their support and kind of listen to them as well to see what we should be doing in order to put on these programs and events that impact our community locally, but also statewide.
Okay, now I've talked to a few people from out of state, and they were telling me that the concert that they had, that a lot of the seniors or people of seasoned age were standing out in the hot sun for like 2 and 3 hours. I've never, since I've been with meddling around Expo since the 70s, I've never seen that happen.
Well, you never seen it happen because the venue we was at, 5 or 10 years ago, it was an open venue, it was the park. So nobody had to wait long. So everybody was able to get to their spot, be in their spot, and if there was a rain delay, they just had to wait it out in their spot. But now that we're in a venue where we are in a secure venue, in a controlled environment, we have to follow the safety and protocols of making sure that everybody's safe. So the waiting in line was due to the thunderstorm that happened a few hours ago, and we had to wait until we had clearance from the meteorologist, so that way we didn't impede anybody's safety or somebody was to get shot with water being on the ground and stuff. We just had to make all the precautions, safety barriers to prevent anyone from being hurt because it could have been even worse
real bad
if you just allowed us to be open.
Okay, well I thank you, sir. Now listen, you guys, this is Danger for BZ and Z, and this guy, boy, I'm telling you, he just made IBE look real good. Y'all get this man a raise, set him on the board of directors.
Okay. Might have to talk a little louder because of the radio, the music. It's kind of loud.
Yeah, we gave him a run. We gave him a run for their money when I was with WPZZ back in the day. This is Danger with WBZ. BZNZ, Internet Talk Radio, and this is Tony Lamont, a worker for WTLC, and I would like to know what he thinks of Expo this year as opposed to Expo years gone past.
Well, Expo is in a mode right now where they're working really hard to hold on to everything. And it isn't because of anything they're doing wrong. What's happened is many of the sponsors, many of the individuals that were in support in the past, because of what the country is now doing, they pulled away from some of the funding. The other thing is, we were family, we were community. Right. Entire families would come out here and be a part of this. You don't see that much. So a lot of folks don't come out like they used to. Right. The exhibits are still here, the attractions are still here, all those things are still here, but the people have a tendency, and I'm gonna say it this way, you can go to a black establishment, somebody does something wrong, and they spread the word that they did it wrong. You can go to a white establishment, they can do something wrong, they'll ask for the manager will fix it, they'll tell everybody how good the manager did for them. Okay. So we have a tendency to talk about our things wrong versus talking about it up and talking it right. So I mean, I've been a part of the organization since I was 12 years old at some degree, and I've seen it through all the aspects of what's going on. So the biggest thing is we need to remember what we were so that we can still be who we are.
Do you think Expo should have a couple of town hall meetings with the public to see what the public wants?
Well, no, they've done that. They do that every year. They do one or two where they do the insight, they let people know what's coming up, and they get an opportunity for the community to have a say-so on what's happening. So they always do those kinds of forums. They did one last year, did a couple last year, so they kind of let them know what was going on. They also talked about, the changes that are happening, where they want the public to know. They put it on the news and make sure everybody knew what was going on. They also did it in the context of making sure they put it on all their social media pages. But right now, the challenge is people look at it as not being what it used to be 25, 30 years ago. Nothing is the same way it used to be 25, 30 years. I don't care what it is, because things have changed. Right. But they're holding their own. They're still the one that's been the longest of its sort in the country. So they're staying above board as possible. But they're losing money, but they do as best they can to make sure the legacy continues.
Okay, do you think that there's something they could possibly do different to sort of port back those corporate dollars that have quote-unquote been dismissed because of the COVID?
Well, what it is a lot of those monies that they lost was because of DEI. Oh, it's the Indiana Black Expo. So when you have the Indiana Black Expo and those companies and corporations said we can't have anything that is specific to a minority, they pull those funds.
Well, didn't at one time when they talked about making it changing the name to multicultural?
Well, I was on the marketing committee when they changed it from Indiana Black Expo to IBE. The reason it was changed to IBE was to that exact region, because people were kind of, well, we need to be more inclusive. So we did the same kind of thing that basically
Watch out there now. Oh! Plays on love.